Hello, everyone, and welcome to a bit of a speculation video about what is coming up next for Bolt Action. I don't know if you've seen yet, but Warlord Games sort of released a roadmap for the next few releases, and what I'm gonna be most interested in for this video is the final one because it's a secret, and I don't really have a lot to base my speculations on. So I just wrote down some fun ideas for what I think it could be and what I'm hoping it could be, but also some fun ideas of what they could do if they really wanted to surprise everyone. So yeah, but coming up, they are adding some more books for the Armies of series. So now they've done the big five. Now that the Empire of Japan is out, so the next one is going to be Italy, and they're doing both. Italians fighting on both sides of the war, you could say. They're doing the British Commonwealth, so lots of interesting stuff to do there. Looking at Canadians and Anzacs and Indian Sikh forces, all sorts of different armies, probably lots of those that I forget. They're doing France, both the early war France, they're doing Vichy France, they're doing the Free French. Maybe I'm speculating here, but maybe even some what are they called? Some partisans, some La French Resistance could be very interesting as well. And then for the last armies of book that they have announced, they are doing the armies of the Axis and Allies. And that's supposed to cover all the smaller nations that haven't gotten a book yet. So yeah, stuff like China, Hungary, maybe some of the other ones that I could be speculating about for the final book. But yeah, it's the final book I really want to talk about here. So let's dig into it. I wrote down some ideas. Looking at the picture they have there, it is a bit blurry, and I don't know if it's a blurred version of the actual cover or if it's just any picture they just put in there and just made blurry to confuse us and maybe spread some rumors, or who knows. So I don't really have any information. I'm just thinking of what I'm hoping it could be. And yeah, so I am hoping and thinking that it might be an Armies of Finland book. And that is based on the fact that I think Finland is really cool and I want them. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. No, okay. No, I think it would be a really, really good army for them to release. First of all, yeah, it is a really cool army, and we could need some plastic Finnish infantry and some. They of course have access to captured Soviet tanks, so you could do a bunch of cool stuff with that. And I think it would also be a logical thing to release, given that they released so much winter infantry with the release of version 3 of Bolt Action. They did the German Fallschirmjäger, and they did the American winter infantry, they did British, and they also did the German army in winter uniforms. So I'm thinking with if they went for a Finland winter release, they could also have a good excuse to release some new Soviet winter infantry, and also some maybe some German allies. I don't know too much about their uniforms and stuff for the Winter War and the Continuation War, the German allies that fought in Finland. So I don't know if there would be any reason to release a new kit for that. But if I mean, we always want more cool miniatures, right? So yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking it might be. I think it would fit in well, since they have released a bunch of winter themed stuff, to release more of it so we can use it for our uh, bright winter themed boards. However, it could also just be something completely out of left field. It could also maybe be a campaign book. I don't think. I think the article said that it was supposed to be an Army soft book, so it's probably not a campaign book. But I'm not 100% sure. So I mean, it could be maybe a winter in Russia, winter in the Soviet Union campaign book, or it could be a Finland wars campaign book. Could also be fun. Um, I'm thinking other stuff. It could be based on solely on the white, the picture that has a lot of white that has been blurred. Maybe even an Armies of Scandinavia book. I am a Dane myself, so I think it would be cool to have Norway, Denmark, and Finland, possibly even Sweden, even though they were neutral. But it could be fun to wield some Scandinavian armies and to have some more rules and some more miniatures to buy for those of us who live in this area, of course, and also for people who are interested in fighting some of those more David versus Goliath kind of campaigns and scenarios. Um, I myself would love to collect a Danish army at one point. But yeah, right now there's a lot of 3D prints available and a bunch of metal models. But I'm probably just dreaming here. But a box of plastic Danish infantry or even plastic Danish bicycle infantry would be awesome. I would definitely buy it, and there's probably tens of other people who would. Like, there's dozens of us. But yeah, probably a bunch of other people would find that a fun little project to do as well. Like a Danish armored car and a Massen machine gun, all that kind of stuff would be fun. Same goes for Norway. It would be cool to build a Norwegian army. And of course easier with plastic infantry. But I'm thinking it would be a more obvious choice from a business perspective to do a box of plastic Finnish infantry and some new Finnish ski troops could be cool as well. And there's a bunch of fun ideas there. A lot of like Finnish artillery pieces that could be fun to make. Finnish trench systems. Yeah, there's a lot of hobby potential there, and way more people are interested in building a Finland army than a Denmark army or possibly a Norwegian army. I suspect at least. So yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. Another thing I'm thinking it could be something Conflict 47 related. Maybe some sort of origin story where you use your normal bolt action miniatures to fight scenarios before the rift sort of becomes a thing. Um, that could be fun. I don't know basically anything about Conflict 47 lore except that there is a thing called the Rift. So please don't come at me too hard for for saying stuff that might be wrong. Um, but I'm thinking it could be a fun way to tie that in, or maybe a way for people to use um, a regular bolt action army to fight in Conflict 47 battles. It's always fun to have like the regular dudes fighting the supernatural, sort of like Empire in Warhammer Fantasy or the Imperial Guard, or yeah, there's or like in the Lord of the Rings miniatures game, it's fun to have like a Rohan army and just have, yeah, the other player has like orcs and dragons and stuff, and yeah, but I have dudes with swords, so I'm fine. So that could be fun as well. Another thing that Warlord Games could possibly be doing. I don't think it's very likely, but they have released a bunch of epic scale stuff in the last few years. So I thought to myself, yeah, it could be really cool if they did like epic scale bolt action. But then I remembered that Flames of War already exists, so maybe there isn't like a huge need for it. But like it would be fun to see with Warlord Games behind it, fighting these mass scale World War II armies. And I don't know in other areas of the world, but where I live, Flames of War is not something I hear anyone talking about, and it hasn't been for many years. So I don't know if there even is a Flames of War community in Denmark. I feel like if there is one, it's very small. So I feel like if Warlord Games made a 10 millimeter or their epic scale size of models for a mass battle game, that could be quite interesting. Um, Also, it seems like it's a much larger company, and it would be easier for them business wise to support it than it seems to have gone for Flames of War. I know Flames of War still exists. I'm not saying it's dead or anything, but yeah, not as big as it has been, definitely. Um, but I don't feel like that is a very likely outcome. Um, the final thing on my list of ideas that could be fun um, is a bolt action skirmish rules set for fighting basically one squad against one other squad. I feel like that could be a fun thing on a smaller size table, maybe like a 2 by 2 foot table, where you have one squad of specialists, like a special air service squad, for example, fighting against a similar elite squad on the opposing side, and I did a bit of thinking like maybe it could work where each model just has its own order die, and the system could work fairly close to how bolt action is already working. So I feel like that could be a fun thing, and also maybe a good way for people to get into bolt action the same way that Games Workshop does their kill team and their I think it's called Vanguard for the Age of Sigmar, to have people collecting a small army and have that be like a stepping stone into collecting a big bolt action army. I don't know if they would go that route, but personally, I feel like it could be a fun little project. And maybe a fun way to convince some of my friends that I haven't already convinced. I've managed to get a few of my friends into bolt action, which is great. But I feel like it could maybe be easier to get someone into it if I told him like, yeah, you only have to buy these 2 sprues and paint up 10 or 12 guys, and then we can play. Because right now it is still yeah, you need to paint this box of 40 infantry and some officers and maybe a tank or two, and it kind of quickly becomes a bit overwhelming when you're already playing other miniature games to sort of take on that size of a project. But who knows? So yeah, those were kind of my ideas. I know a lot of them are probably not realistic, but it's a fun exercise to kind of think, yeah, what could the future hold for this game set in the past? But I'm really interested to hear what you guys are thinking, and not least of all, what you guys are hoping for. Are you guys hoping for Finland, or are you thinking like armies of Liechtenstein, or some completely other nation? It could be a what if scenario of the Germans invading Canada, or the United States invading Greenland. Not that they would ever threaten to do something like that. Yeah. But what do you guys think? What do you guys hope for? Is there something you would like to see? Is there something you really don't want to see? Let me know in the comments. And thank you all for watching and listening. Have a nice one.